Something unexpected is happening in music right now, and it's turning into one of the most talked about clashes of 2026. On one side, you've got Hayley Williams, outspoken, fearless, and using her platform to call out what she sees as a problem in country music. On the other, Wallen, the biggest name in the genre, who isn't saying a word. But here's the twist no one saw coming. The more Hayley speaks out, the bigger Wallen seems to get. And what just happened this month might prove that silence is winning. Over the past few weeks, Hayley Williams hasn't just made a comment here or there, she's made Wallen a recurring theme. It started subtly, a lyric on her solo project referencing a racist country singer's bar. Fans speculated immediately. And then she confirmed it herself on a major podcast. She was talking about Wallen. And she didn't stop there. In fact, she leaned into it hard. During a live show in Boston, Hayley paused the music, not for a breakdown, not for a ballad, but for a message. She spoke directly to the crowd about Nashville's culture, and then said it plainly. She hates Wallen. That's not something artists usually say out loud, especially about someone at the very top of the industry. But Hayley wasn't trying to be subtle. She was making a statement. And in her mind, it wasn't just about one artist, it was about what he represented. Then came the moment that really got people talking. At a New York City performance, she brought out Jason Isbell for a surprise duet. The song, Cover Me Up. Now if you know country music, you already understand why that choice mattered. Jason Isbell wrote the song back in 2013. It was personal, raw, deeply emotional. But years later, Wallen recorded his own version, and it exploded. It introduced the song to millions of new listeners. It became one of the standout tracks on his album. But after Wallen's 2021 controversy, Isbell publicly distanced himself. He even donated royalties from Wallen's version to the NAACP. So when Hayley brought Isbell out to perform that song, in New York, it wasn't random. It felt intentional. Like a reclaiming. Like a message. Like a shot. And for a moment, it looked like she had control of the narrative. But that's where everything shifted. While all of this was happening on a ballroom stage in New York, Wallen was somewhere else entirely. He was standing in front of over 100,000 people. At Bryant-Denny Stadium in Alabama. Let that sink in. While one artist was speaking out to a few thousand fans, the other was performing to a sea of people stretching farther than the eye could see. No response video. No tweet. No interview. Just music. And the scale of it. Impossible to ignore. Wallen had just launched his Still the Problem tour, a title that feels like it's saying everything without saying anything. His first stops. Massive, sold-out stadiums. Including US Bank Stadium and Bryant-Denny. Every show packed. Every lyric screamed back at him. And yes, every night. One song in particular makes the set list. Cover Me Up. The same song at the center of Hayley's statement. But here's the difference. In New York, it was a message. In Alabama, it was a moment. Thousands of voices. Singing every word. Together. And that's what makes this so fascinating. Because Wallen isn't defending himself. He isn't arguing. He's just continuing. And his fans, they're not backing away. If anything, they're showing up stronger. They watched him go through backlash, radio bans, public criticism, and instead of disappearing, he got bigger. To them, this isn't just about music anymore. It's about loyalty, about second chances, about separating a person from their worst mistake. And whether you agree with that or not, the numbers don't lie. Here's where things get complicated. Because Hayley Williams likely expected a reaction, debate, pushback, maybe even support from the industry. But what she got instead was contrast. A visual contrast that's hard to argue with. A ballroom versus a stadium. A statement versus a spectacle. And in today's world, where attention is everything, scale matters. A lot. The more she highlighted Wallen, the more it reminded people just how big he is. And the more she tried to reclaim the narrative, the more his fans doubled down. Not because of what she said, but because of what he didn't say. Silence can be powerful. And right now, it's working in his favor. What makes this situation even more interesting is what it reveals behind the scenes. Because this isn't just about Hayley Williams versus Wallen anymore. It's about two completely different music worlds colliding. On one side, you've got artists like Hayley, deeply rooted in alternative, punk, and rock culture. A space where speaking out, taking a stand, and calling things out publicly is almost expected. On the other side, you've got country music. And country operates differently. It's built on audience loyalty, tradition, identity, and maybe most importantly, connection. Wallen's fanbase isn't casual. It's committed. And when outside criticism comes in, especially from outside the genre, it doesn't always land the way people expect. In fact, sometimes it does the opposite. It strengthens the bond. That's exactly what seems to be happening here. Because while industry voices and media circles might amplify Hayley's stance, Wallen's audience is responding in a completely different way. They're showing up, buying tickets, streaming songs, packing out stadiums night after night. And in today's music business, that kind of support speaks louder than any headline ever could. Let's talk about that tour name for a second. Still the problem. That's not just branding. That's messaging. And it's incredibly calculated, even if it feels effortless. Without directly addressing any criticism, it acknowledges everything. The backlash, the controversy, the conversations, and then flips it, turns it into identity. For fans, it becomes something to rally around. Almost like they're saying, yeah, he's still the problem. And we're still here. That's powerful. Because now, every sold-out show isn't just a concert. It's a statement. And every lyric becomes something bigger than the song itself. Especially when Cover Me Up starts playing. The same song that was used as a statement against him is now one of the loudest moments in his entire show. That contrast. It's impossible to ignore. Here's the uncomfortable truth in all of this. Two things can exist at the same time. Hayley Williams can genuinely believe she's standing up for something important. And Wallen can still be one of the biggest artists in the world. Those two realities don't cancel each other out. And that's what makes this situation so complicated. Because in the past, moments like this could seriously damage a career. But today, the audience has more control than ever. They decide what matters. They decide who stays. And right now, they've made their choice very clear. That doesn't mean the conversation goes away. It just means it's no longer being decided by the same gatekeepers. And that shift, it's changing the entire music industry in real time. So what we're watching unfold here isn't just drama. It's a turning point. A moment where two completely different approaches to fame, accountability, and influence are colliding on the biggest stage possible. One voice, calling something out. Another, saying nothing at all. And somehow, that silence is echoing louder than ever. Now I want to hear from you. Is this a case of standing on principle? Or a situation that completely backfired? Drop your take in the comments, because this debate is far from over. And if you want more stories like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next chapter, it's already starting. And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajararama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajararama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comment section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajara Rama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajara Rama TV.